What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sneaker Circle. It is your boy Danny back with another video. So in today's video, we're going to cover this year's Puerto Rican Air Force or Nike release. And they did come out with a pretty solid collection this year, in my opinion, compared to like last year. Last year, we kind of had those silver bullet remakes. They came with the towel. They came with such nice necessities. But it felt kind of like, I don't know, quality control wasn't exactly there for those. Wasn't as popular. I feel like they killed these. This year, they actually brought us a really nice pair of Air Force Ones. Two pairs, technically. I have in front of me today the all-white pair, and this isn't for me. This is actually a gift to my fiance's dad for Father's Day. He doesn't watch my videos, so he's never gonna know. And honestly, let's just get straight into this video. All right. So, out the box, they look phenomenal on the table right now, but it's a beautiful blue box. Let's just get straight into this real quick. So you do have Nike, you have Familia right here. You've got a red Nike swoosh right here. If you know the Puerto Rican flag, it has hints of red in it. And apparently this baby blue, or the blue on the sneakers itself, is the true representation of what was on the flag before they kind of stopped beefing with the US back in the day. I think like what, the 1940s, 1930s. I think that almost like late 1800s. I don't know the history on it. Forgive me, I'm Colombian and I did do a little bit of research before it. But the blue on these sneakers is apparently the first or the original blue of the Puerto Rican flag, because it was kind of based off of the Cuban flag as well, just a little bit changed. And honestly, this blue hits different, bro. So opening the box, you have another hit in Familia. I really do like this. They took a lot of culture, like concepts and cultures from the Puerto Rican culture. They made it domino themed, and I just started learning to play this a couple months ago. Don't ask me, I've been with my fiance since high school. It's been over a decade now. And I'm just now learning how to play dominoes, because you know, it's kind of intimidating out here. If you're Puerto Rican, you know. But you know what it is? I think by the end of the year, I'm gonna be a master at it, but we'll see. We'll see. So they kind of have a scorecard right here. Nosotros, ellos. I don't know why they're using the at symbol to represent the O. It makes me think of A. So right here, I think of ellas, nosotras. But who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Kind of like the release last year. They give you this crazy cool. I love it. I absolutely love it. You get this Puerto Rico flag, or wow, I said flag. You get this towel, this like head towel. It has dominoes, the whole domino set throughout the entire thing. You have that light blue, and on the back you still have another version of that light blue. One thing they did cool this release though, one thing I really appreciate this release, is that on the sneaker box itself, they give you kind of like a little section for the towel, and it still gives you enough space for the shoes themselves. I love that. I think the attention to detail there is key. It does make the box a little bit bigger. This is a 9.5 for reference, because that's the size. But here's that size tag if you're interested. So taking a quick look at these sneakers, you have a little more holes or perforations on the leather than you would normally on an Air Force One. Quality control is definitely there. I'm really liking this leather. This leather is just a step above, I guess, the cheaper quality leather you see on most Dunks or most Air Forces that you get at the store. But what really wows me is this leather right here. It feels almost like nubuck. Oh, it's crazy, bro. Let me get a big close look at that. It's soft to the touch. I'm convinced it has to be a nubuck. If it's on the verge of being like a nubuck in the leather, it's so nice. The reinforced portion of the leather right here, the heel support, actually feels really nice, but it is the same quality here. You do have a leather tongue as well. Leather insides. I'm a sucker for leather insides. I just think they're a little bit more comfortable. And then the sole itself is actually pretty crazy. It has like sayings, La Sanse, Boricua, dos pa dos. I don't know. Dominoes. I think it's domino term. It's a domino term. And on the bottom, you have this darker blue that's more associated with the current Puerto Rican flag. All right. Getting into the right shoe. Same details. I'm just blown away by this swoosh. Man, I love this swoosh. You do have Puerto Rico embroidered on the back here instead of Nike. So right here you have the Nike Air and the Puerto Rico. It's very nice. One thing I didn't like about last year's pair is they had a Puerto Rican flag at the bottom of the Air Max 97, and I don't know, people were stepping on the flag, and I know a lot of people were kind of bitter about that. Another little detail we can look at right here is that domino lace lock. On the other one, you have Puerto Rico. So, yo, these little details really make this shoe way better. I think the Nike designers, the Puerto Rican team that helped design these, just did a fantastic job. One cool thing I'm noticing, let's see it, on the back of the tongue tags, you are seeing a new print. So here we have built with pure craftsmanship and quality detail for the highest level of style. I hope that focuses. But then, like, I was reading that earlier, and then I took a look at this, and I have like these stains across this. So I feel like quality control can still be a little bit better, but it's not as bad. Like, I'm not seeing crazy glue stains through these, and I knew these were like produced pretty heavily. I don't know. I feel like if you're into collecting Puerto Rican or country-based sneakers, these are definitely ones that were better than the last couple of years. In the past, we have seen Air Force One, Puerto Rico Air Force Ones, that, you know, had pretty basic like building blocks. They had usually the Puerto Rican frog that's really popular over there, the coqui. They either had it embroidered on the side or they had it on the tongue, and it was just simple, nice, clean colorways. But I'm liking the attention to detail here. I'm liking the inclusion of the nubuck here and the meaning, how this was actually the original color of the flag. That's crazy. That is crazy. I think the next step above, something crazy to see, is if they would start like changing the actual sole of the sneaker itself, especially seeing what Travis Scott has been doing with like his Air Maxes lately, where, you know, you get a model, people tend not to change it. We saw Pata do it with the Air Max 1s. They changed the uppers into the waves. Like, if they would change this into like PR, actually on this side, if they would have, you know, because they have the Puerto Rico embroidered right here, they have, instead of air here, just have a PR, because I mean, we already have the R there. Just put a P and make it a little bit shorter. I feel like that'd be crazy. That'd be absolutely crazy. Not saying that, I don't know. I feel like staying away from the sole, keeping any flags or names away from the sole, that's a good move. These are a winner in my book. These are an absolute winner in my book. Now, I didn't get to buy the other pair because I didn't want them for the personal collection, and I don't think he would have liked it. This was enough for him on Father's Day. He never gets shoes. This was just good timing at this point. But the other pair is multicolored, mismatching colors. I feel like more centered towards the females. I'm not 100% sure on that, or the direction Nike decided. They didn't really talk too much about it. They just introduced two different colors. But in essence, the shape, the build, other Air Force One is great. It is great. I love those. All right, so I can't throw these on feet. Father's Day isn't until a couple days, like a week away from now. So these aren't going to be recorded or shot anytime soon. So let me give you a little breakdown. All right, you know what? I think that's probably when I'm in this video. Probably wasn't too short or too long, I might say. I'm gonna see you guys in the next review. I'm so glad I got to see these in person. It makes me want to go hunt for my pair. Resale isn't that bad on these. I think you can still get them in most places for retail. The things stores have been doing, I know down here in Miami, Shoe Gallery is doing this crazy thing where it's like a domino tournament to celebrate the release of these. I absolutely love to see that. I love these Nike releases that come kind of with extra things to do. I feel like Shoe Gallery is pretty good for putting things on down there. So I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Love you guys. Be easy. If you made it this far, might as well subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.